Good evening, North Carolina Vinyl Picker here on a Tuesday night. Oh my goodness. I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm 4 days late. How'd that happen? Well, I've been working out in my yard. Got 3.5 acres, so it takes a while to work on. So that's what I've been doing. Got a little sun. I've gotten a ton of records though in the last, I don't know, the last time we spoke about 10 days ago. I've got a bunch of stuff. So we got a lot to go through. I don't have any special show or nothing tonight. I just want to go ahead and show you what I've picked up and let you know that my on what is it, Discogs, I have a store now, and the store I'm doing really good. And it's a Big Chief Vinyl 57. Look me up and get yourself a record or two, and maybe buy yourself something for your birthday, and I'll ship it right out to you. And I got some good stuff on there. I'm going to be adding some more stuff to my inventory, and I'm doing really good. So just wanted to go ahead and give myself a little shameless plug. But yeah, Big Chief Vinyl 57 on Discogs. Okay, let me show you some stuff that I've been picking up, because as I'm selling stuff that I'm finding in thrift stores, I'm going out Thursday too. I'm going to a big fair where they got all kinds of booths and all kinds of stuff. So looking forward to going to that. I'll probably have some really cool stuff to show you next weekend. But I've been buying some cool records on eBay and Discogs, stuff that's on my list. I have a top 20 want list that I'm going to share with you next week, this weekend. And I've been crossing stuff off that list by going out to thrift stores and stuff like that, thrifting like Tuco and a bunch of other people like Rob, and then they go ahead and they flip it, or they sell it, whatever you want to call it. And then so my intention is to sell them, and then go ahead and get stuff that's on my want list without using money from the household budget. So it makes me happy, makes my wife happy, and when the wife's happy, everybody's happy. So there you go. So let me go ahead and show you a few things. If I see something in here that I think I got about, I don't know, at least 30 items here to show you. I got a bunch. At least I can get them put to the side and filed, so that way I can start on my next bin, because it's already, tomorrow's Wednesday, and I hadn't even been out this week yet at all. So looking forward to that. I'm going to maybe do a little bit tomorrow and a little bit on Thursday. Okay, so here we go. So this Clannad album, this is Dullamon. I played this last night, and I put the picture up on Instagram. This is a great album. This is an early Clannad album, and Clannad, they don't get in their Clannad. They don't get any love in the VC. They get none. So let's give them a little bit of love, because Moya Brennan's in this band, and Anya, her sister, who made a bunch of new age albums, and she started with the band early on, but then left and did a solo career. And there's another daughter, Biden Brennan, Bidden, I think, Biden Brennan, and she made some albums, and I haven't been able to find them. And then you got Moya Brennan, or Marie Brennan, and she did some solo albums, and so that. But when she's with this band, they just are on all four cylinders. And then on one album, Bono from U2 is on the album. And then they do the song from the Last of the Mohegans soundtrack. So there you go. Get yourself some Clannad. I mean, I found their CDs in Goodwill and Habitat for Humanity and all them places, 50 cents, $1. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You can pick their albums up, because people think they're new age. So they get filed in there with Yanni and Laura McKinnett and some of them other bands that are great too, that we'll talk about. We'll do a new age show. How about that? Show a bunch of my new age records that I've already shown again, but I'll show them again. So here we go. So Clannad is a great band. Check this band out. Number one pickup for tonight. Wow, going almost 5 minutes, and I'm just showing you some records. Everybody and their mother knows this album. There's the Beatles, and it's Sgt. Pepper. And I got this one from Rob the Wax, and it was on his last thing with their big sale they had with Patrick. So there you go. It's a nice copy of this. It's a Canadian pressing. Here's the first Yes album with Peter Banks before Steve Howe took over. So I really enjoyed listening to this. This was on the red vinyl. There you go. So looking forward to getting this one. And then I got this one from a young man who's moving across country. He's in the vinyl community. Nick Rudo. I got this album from Nick Rudo, and it just came in the mail just the other day. There's 3 albums, and we've gone 5.5 minutes. Oh, we got a long way to go. Here's some stuff I picked up the other day, and these things are a little bit, I haven't even looked at them yet and worked them up, cleaned them. Oh, that's another thing I got. I got the Humming Guru coming. Wait till we get that, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to clean some records. Okay, so anyway, Hermits. Found this album for $1 at a thrift store, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, found the old Hermits. And how about this one? Dave Clark 5. I remember my brother having this album. This is one of the first albums I ever heard. This one and Sgt. Pepper, so I'm getting them all this week, except for CCR. I'm not the biggest fan of CCR. They're okay, just not one of my top favorites. So there you go, Dave Clark 5. And Paul Moriarty. I found another copy of this, nice clean copy. I think this is number 5 or 6. I just can't leave this album in the bin when it's 50 cents or $1. That's the 60s girl there. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, gotta pick her up. Can't leave her behind. And then for another $1, I went ahead and picked up another copy of Gigi. Now if you look on Umaguma, look on the cover, and if you see this album sitting next to David Gilmour when he's sitting down on the chair, then you need to go ahead and get this one and put it next to your Umaguma. See, you can put them, you can frame them, or you can just put them side by side in your man cave or your record room, because this is the album that's sitting there by David Gilmour. Now they got sued by this company. They got sued probably by MGM or somebody, or Arthur Freed Production, and then they had to white out the album. So most of the time you see this, it's just a white cover. But if you had an OG of this, you'd have this. Or if you had the new one, I think they went ahead and, when they did the re-release in 2016 or 18, whatever, I think Gigi's back on the cover now. So they must have settled and paid him off a little bit of money. Gave him a little taste there. So little Gigi, yeah, got to pick up Gigi. You see him on the thrift stores. Pick a copy up, and then slide it right in there next to Umaguma. Okay, all right, 8 minutes. Let's go through some CDs real quick. Now we're gonna go quick through these. So hang on to your seat, buckle up. Okay, Robert Johnson, A Song, A Power to Play. This CD-ROM teaches you how to play like Robert Johnson. So I think it goes in your computer, and then you'll learn how to play like Robert Johnson. But I couldn't find this one in Discogs or PopSite, so I don't know about that one. This one here is a great copy of the Rising, Bruce Springsteen, on CD. I'm not a Bruce fan, but it's in my store. These are all nice. If they're all scratched and stuff, I leave them at Goodwill. Blues Traveler, I don't even know who they are. This is number 4. This is a really clean copy. I found this one. That's in my store. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. I don't listen to him. Never heard his music, I don't think. It's in my store. Clean copy. And another one. Ben Harper, Diamonds on the Inside. Don't know it. In the store. Couple more here. Those Boss Gags, Some Change. Not a big fan of Boss Gags, White Man Soul, Blue Eyed Soul, I guess they call it. He came from the Steve Miller Band. And I remember having Silk Degrees back in the 70s or the 80s. And that's just not my thing anymore. So there you go. U2, All You Can't Leave Behind. Rush 2112. Nice clean copy. Pearl Jam. Just self-titled, Pearl Jam. Nice clean copy. These are all in the store. Vangelis. These are the ones I'm keeping, I think. Vangelis. This one here is going in my collection. This one's called Voices. This one here is Cake. I saw this one. I know everybody's been raving about this. I didn't know this thing was so old. 96. I was still in the Navy. I don't know. I'll probably put this in the store, but it's got some dirt on it. I'm going to have to clean it up, and then I might just go ahead and sell that because somebody might want that. How about Rolling Stones Through the Past Darkly? Big Hits Volume 2. Nice and clean. It's going in my collection. 2 copies of Victory at Sea. Those are going in my collection. You know I love my Victory at Sea. Anybody got any Victory at Sea at home? VHS, Beta, Blu-ray, DVD, CD, VHS. Oh, did I say VHS? LP. You can send them to me. I'll give you my address. If you don't need them, don't want them. I love Victory at Sea because why? I'm a Navy chief. There you go. Lorena McKinnon, The Wind That Shakes the Barley. Oh, the old barley. Yep. She's a great artist. She's from Canada, and she's originally, I think, from Ireland. She does some great stuff. It's more like Gaelic music, more like New Age music. There's a terrible story that happened to this young lady when she was younger. You can read about it on Instagram or probably anywhere, YouTube, somewhere. You'll probably find a special about her talking about it. She's an incredible artist. If you don't listen to Lorena McKinnon and Clanid, shame on you. You need to go find some. You can pick this. I picked this up in the thrift store for $1, and this is a keeper. This is really nice. I had never seen this one before. I have the album, but I don't have it in that condition. Here's my puppy dog. He wants to bark a lot. Jean Luponte, No Absolute Time. Found this one in the thrift store. I'm keeping this one. I got a lot in here I'm keeping. A lot of them not keeping. I got 2 separate piles. William Ackerman, Past Light. William Ackerman to New Age. Here's another album by him, Conferring with the Moon. And another one here, Passage. These are all going in my private collection. Now, I may have copies of those. If they are, I'll put them in the collection. I'll put them for sale. I don't think anybody's going to be buying any New Age. They should, but they probably won't. Okay, so let's go ahead and see a few more things. I got some LPs to run through, 12 minutes. See if we can get done in 20. Keep your attention. How about Marillion, Kaylee? This album here is from their 3rd album that came out, studio release, and just a great album. Yeah, Kaylee, this was the single, the 45 off of there, and this is one of those extended plays like we had back in the 80s. And this is what I was listening to in the 80s. I was listening to Marillion and then all the bands from the 70s that had to suffer through the 80s. That's what I listened to. So it was prog rock and a whole bunch of a bucket full of fusion. Every day fusion, all day. Al Di Meola, Mahavishnu, Return to Forever. The list goes on and on and on. Brand X. I mean, I could sit here all day naming off bands because I love them all and I still listen to them all. And matter of fact, I just went ahead and did my thing over here where I made individual dividers. I got Di Meola, Bruford, Jean Leponte, Alan Holdsworth, John McLaughlin. All the greats are right there. Yeah. And if I have doubles and stuff, they're not going in the store. Why? Because I want doubles and triples over here. I want a backup, especially with Bill Evans. Not the Bill Evans on the piano, Bill Evans on the saxophone. That's the Bill Evans we all need to be listening to. Well, here we go. So anyway, Marillion, Kaylee, great song. Glad to have this. I got it for a great price. I think I got it for $5 with shipping. Found these records here at a thrift store I've been looking for down in Hickory, North Carolina. I've been there once before. I didn't write down the address. I couldn't get back there. I couldn't find the place. So I went ahead and found the place, and I went ahead and went in there, and I gave him $20, and he gave me 4 records, I believe, 4 records, and they're all in really good shape. When I get my Humming Guru, I'm going to get my Humming Guru that I will go ahead and I will play it, spin it, clean it. Here's America. This is a great album right here. Everybody knows this record. This needs a little bit of cleaning too. Just a little bit of cleaning. How about this one here? On Stage, Elvis. Everybody loves them Elvis. Woohoo! How about this one here? ELO, Time. I don't know this album. I think this was later on. It's a later album. This is from like 81. Threw my dog a treat and he took off. Now he's eating it. Now the other dog's eating it. Go figure. I tossed him a treat. He passed on it. Gave it to Max. Don't be eating that. Hey, don't be eating that. No. No. It's going to make a mess. The Purple People Eater. That's Sheb Woodley. How about here, The Animals? We got to get out of this place. It's the last thing we ever do. The 45. And Jingle Bells by Booker T and the MGs. These here will be going into my collection. Well, he gave up on it too. I guess you don't want it either, huh, Max? How about some whipped cream? Someone told me she was pregnant during this. That's probably why they covered her with whipped cream. Or maybe it's because of the album cover. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's a combination of both. Make some room over here. Woo! 17 minutes. I got a nice copy of Tapestry, Carole King. A lot of people here know this record. Oh, it's in the jacket. I'm going to leave it in there and keep on going. Jesus Christ Superstar. Now this is a repress of this, but Peter Robinson's on this thing, and he did the keyboards on here. Ian Gillan from Deep Purple played Jesus Christ. Murray Head, Yvonne Elliman. There's a whole bunch of people that were involved with this. Performing in Superstar are members past and present of Deep Purple, Joe Cocker's Grease Band, Lord Sutch, Retaliation, The Big Three, Juicy Lucy, I don't know any of them. Quartermass, that was the band with Peter Robinson. The Mercy Beats, The Gracious, The Plastic Penny, Spooky Tooth, Manfred Mann, and Nucleus were all involved with this album. This was a huge album, like when I was in high school. This album came out in 1970. But so I remember this album being involved. I wasn't in high school in 70. But anyway, I digress, as they say. It was a great album. And it was real popular back in the 70s. I remember it being popular. I don't know if I had a copy or not. Mannheim Steamroller Christmas. Everybody's getting ready for the holidays. Whoa! Got a twofer here. And I got Fresh Air. So I've been finding a lot of their music lately. Chip Davis and Fresh Air, Mannheim Steamroller. They're a great band. Another new age band. Here's another copy. This is a Fresh Air Christmas by Chip Davis. Leo Sayer. Found these. These are going to be going in the store. This is really a nice store. Nice store. It is a nice store. But this is a nice copy. I looked at it and picked it up for a good price. What else we got here? Manhattan Transfer. Something else that'll be going into the store. And this is some light jazz, I believe. Not real familiar with I know the name. I just don't know the music. Okay. Here we go. One I had and one I found. And they're different pressings. So I'm going to be keeping them both. The Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy. And again, I love my Return to Forever. And if I find a nice clean copy, I'm going to put it in my collection. And maybe I'll have two, and maybe I'll have three. And if I have a duplicate of the pressing, I'll probably keep the best one and then pass along the other one. But if I have pressings that are different, then I'm going to keep them both. And that's what I'm doing right here. Okay, What else we got? The Box Top Super Hits. Found this at the thrift store. And this is a really clean copy. And I'm going to be keeping this one. Because why? Because I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Stop all that jazz. Leon Russell. As you can see, it has a little bit of water damage. Not too bad. What do you think? It's pretty roached. That's what I think. The copy is just beautiful. It's a beautiful copy. And the album is just minty mint. And then it's really going to look after what I do. I put it in the Humming Guru. That's right. But here you go. Look how crazy this thing looks. But I'm going to keep it because I don't have that album for Leon. What we got here? This one here has got a little bit of water damage too. This one here is Mr. Leon Redbone. I'm not a real fan of Leon Redbone. I'll be passing this along. This is a nice copy. This here, I'll be putting this in the store. George Carlin, Occupation Fool. What do you think of that? I love George Carlin. George Carlin's pretty cool. Got 3 left. Woo, we're already over 20 minutes. An Evening with Windham Hill Live. Couldn't pass this one up. No, I could not. Another Marillion. Okay, here's the Lavender. I picked this one up. This one must have been about 2 weeks ago. It's been in this box for about 10 days to 2 weeks. And I got this one offline for $5. So I'm going to try to get them all. And all the early Marillion 12-inch singles, because they have different B-sides on, and the B-sides were always cool. They always had a different song, or they had something that wasn't on the album, or they had a different version of the song that's on the album. So, see, we did all these back in the 80s, but a lot of you young people don't know about these 12-inch singles. One left. Stanley Jordan. This is my second copy of Stanley Jordan. I found this at a record store in Morganton, North Carolina. And, yeah, great album. I couldn't believe he was selling it for $1. He's got a bunch of dollar records there. And, yeah, so I really enjoy going to that store. And I was just going to go ahead and share with you for a second here some different stores in the area. So Stanley Jordan, if you can, find that album, pick it up. You can probably find it for pretty cheap. Antiques and Collectibles. This one here, we buy estate and places. And this is Please Call Bill McGregor. He's on Facebook. He's in Hickory, North Carolina. Vintage Memories. 1741 South Center Street in Hickory. And how about this one? Sweet and Twisted Records. He just sent me this one not too long ago. And I got this in the mail with his record. So I kept his card. And then I got this one here, Yesterdays. And this one here is in Seneca, South Carolina. And I met this guy at the record show. His name is Mike West. Fantastic finds. I go here a lot. It's in Newton. It's an antique store. And they have all kinds of records over there. And he's in Newton, North Carolina. And you know what's in Newton, North Carolina? That's the birthplace of Tori Amos. That's right. And the town's right down the road. Greg Neal Shows. This is the man. That's the man who puts on the Charlotte record shows. And he goes to Spartanburg and different places. The Vinyl Asylum. This guy here is in Virginia. Yeah, Vinyl Asylum. Check him out. Main Street Jams. There he is. That's the guy I was telling you about. I got the Stanley Jordan. I go there quite a bit. He's got a great selection of vinyl records and CDs. And if you're in Morganton, North Carolina on Highway 40, you stop in and see him. And he's a really, really nice guy. I Buy Records. Chad Waychester. Banner Elk. This guy's in Banner Elk. And here's his other card. He has 2 cards. He has an antique store and a record store. And whenever I'm up in Banner Elk, North Carolina, I stop and see him. So that's it. That's all the record stores and cards that I got. There's another one in Lenore that I go to in North Carolina. I'm trying to think of the name of his store. and he's right there in, and I think it's Morganton Avenue in Lenore. And if I think of it here before the end of the show, I'll tell you. Okay, so that's all I got for tonight. Yeah, and we'll be talking to you soon. We'll probably see you. Today's what? Today's Tuesday, so we'll probably be there probably on Saturday. So y'all take care, and we'll be talking to you soon. Support those troops, and bye for now.